Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for Tuesday, September 14th, and starting with the DAX on the daily chart here. So we're quite comfortable with wave 3 and ABC for wave 4 here, and then we need to look at wave 5 to the upside. So we started off nicely with 1 and 2 and 3, and then wave 4 here is overlap. We know that it's corrective because the first move in here is in 3 waves. So we can look at it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 with a bit of overlap and look for 5 waves to the upside, but otherwise we will have to look at it as an ending triangle situation where we have it as an ABC for the A wave, ABC for the B wave, and then up for the C wave here. So whichever way we look at it, we still want to see it move higher in line with the US markets moving high this week. But that said, if we look at this here, we've been looking at it as a triangle pattern, which is a reasonable fit. But from that high to this low here, the box is 50-60% retracement level. So we need this area here, the 15,720, as a really nice support. Just taking out that top there would be very helpful indeed for that. Once again, getting support on 15,800, this is all of group 2 here, would also be essential as well. The move up here could be counted as corrective, and it can fail from this point. So we need to be mindful about that. Any move below here would be a failure. There is another account on our website that can have a larger way forward to the lower side here, but we won't look at that today. When we look at the FTSE as well, we've got the same situation happening as well here. So we can count clearly to 1 and 2 here, and up to 3 here we're very comfortable with. We can see that this is corrective, so that means at some point we should be taking out that high there. The other point is that, do we squeeze this in over here as the high? That's possible as well. We may have to go that way. So it's not really giving us a nice sort of ending into this third wave here for this. This move up here can be counted. It's too early to say if it's impulsive or corrective, and we need that 7,100 as the support there. So we've really had the arrival, the reaction. Would still need to see the first high above the level, and then we'll need to see an ABC pattern, as you know, and then we'll go up from that point. So taking out that high, or the second high, would be the way to move forward on that. It's such a large wave 4 as well compared to wave 1 and 2, so there's definitely issues with all of this. Do we have it as a truncated 5th wave? Is this the first wave down? But while it's above the 7,000, we need to consider the market moving up. But obviously if there's a breach of this, then we would need to address the situation of this wave 3 being in play, and we need to look at this wave 4 coming into play as well, which will obviously be lower towards this wave 4 here. So yeah, look, all of these European markets, the Australian markets are a bit the same, and there's probably going on in other countries as well. The Stoxx 50 has a reasonable count where we can have wave 1 and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave here, and then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit of an overlap, and then going up for 5, making a new high here. So it's kind of done and dusted there. I don't know what I've done with the intraday, but we'll have a look at I think I'll just go to maybe the hourly chart. Yeah, so, we'd counted it as wave 3, 4, and we actually made a new high here, and I can get 5 waves out of all of this, so that's what I've done, and we've had that high there. We've just waited for this to see what it's got. We can see that we could look at this as an impulse wave here. That sharp wave in here would be the third wave, so the 4th and the 5th finishing off here, so it could be counted as 5 waves down. And this move here, it's really got sort of overlapping wave structures between the low and the high here, so it's also possible that this is corrective as well and could fail. If it's going to be bullish, then it would need the 4,200 as the support for that. not saying that it can't go up, because if the DAX and that's going to go up, well then this will go up here as well, and then we would need to readdress this. But I've done everything here to the best fit so far, so yeah, we'll just see how we go with that. But so if you're going to go long in this market, if this is 4,020, then 4,200 rather, 4,230, that's quite a way up, isn't it? Yeah, too far. I was going to say at that point, then it's going to separate it from this. So you may just have to scale in, you know, probably 42.10. So being on top of the 10, that would be a nice thing to consider, to look at. So put that on 42.10, that's on those highs there. So the 42.10 as a tested support, then you could look to go long at that point, because otherwise it could fail at this point. You know, we could, I mean, I'm not sure how to count that, maybe 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So even if it had another move here, you still need it to come back and test it. You know what I mean? That's what you sort of need, and then you can like move on through those guys there. But yeah, I mean, it does look a bit A, B, C for the A wave here, and then the B wave and the C wave to here, or one more high here. So make sure you've got a solid support on this level here for that. I'm thinking the US markets, you know, would be, well, all markets sort of holding up at least until the equinox on the Thursday, the 23rd of September. We'll see how we go with that. I mean, it was the equinox that started off the trend in March 23rd, 2020, and September is known for bearish months. So yeah, just got to be a little bit mindful in September. So yeah, all of these European markets and the Australian market as well, finishing off hasn't been an easy job. But at the same time, we don't have a lot of evidence of a downward movements. We do, in the sense that this move down here could be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and this is looking corrective, but would still need a nice breach of, you know, you could short it under here, for example, and go long on this one, that sort of thing. You know, we're just not there. We don't have anything to get our teeth into at this point. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, alrighty, cheers.